So for the first step, we're gonna saturate the hair really quick. We're gonna create this like little V section at the top. We're gonna get this comb and we're gonna see where it curves, where it kind of lays off the head. Kind of lays off the head right here. So I'm gonna take it from the center, go from the recession point right here at the corner of his hairline, and start creating this little V section. And then aim it towards the recession point. So like comb this down and then twist it. I'm gonna go about maybe 3 fingers from right here and then dip it towards the back. Using my Oster comb and my JRLs, I'm gonna open up the lever. Now with the 3-guard lever open, I'm gonna scoop out towards that line that we set with our clipper over comb. So very gently right here. My client does have lighter hair, so it's gonna be really easy to kind of debulk everything. So just make sure you use a very soft touch. All right guys, so once we created that base with the 3-guard lever open, we have this leftover bolt. I'm gonna start taking sections right here. Diagonal sections. We're gonna comb this down over here. We're gonna take another section. Next step guys, we're gonna go ahead and kind of just detach my guy from this. The reason we do this is because we want to conserve all of the length in the front and kind of have more control on how much we want to keep. Comb my guy's hair forward. The way you guys want to do this with your comb, literally put your thumb right here and you push. A lot of the times I see people do this. You want to push down like this. Comb thick. That's how it should look like. The next thing we do is we decide how much length we want to cut from the top. And I usually like starting it from either the back side or the front. But since my client wanted a little bit off the top, you know, we're gonna maybe chop about, let's say this much. So that becomes our guide for the whole cut. Just keeping that flow in the front. On the square side. So a lot of the times people will have 2 methods of doing this. I can literally go from here from the back side and start going horizontally and matching everything to this vertical section we just created. I'm gonna show you guys what I like doing. So I'm gonna comb all this down. I'm gonna take about 80% of that line and comb it to the side. I'm still gonna keep that hair right there that we cut. And I'm gonna comb this down over here. So essentially we just kept that cutting line, a little bit of it, so we have a reference point of how much to cut. There's a line right there. And when it gets towards the front, I'm gonna pull it away from the client. I wanna repeat the same thing now. Next thing, I'm gonna add some sea salt spray really quick and blow dry. So anytime you guys do a low taper, I always like cleaning up the C-cup area right here just to make it look clean. Like always, I always like maintaining a really clean canvas. Doesn't have to be perfect the first time around, but just so you guys know exactly what you're working with, using my Low Pro FX. You see his sideburns are pretty long, right? It'll be deceiving for you guys to put in that guideline. The first guideline is gonna be a finger's length right here, and I'm gonna make it like this, like a U. I am using my Rebel trimmer that is not 0 gap. I don't adjust the blade, so it comes straight out of the box like that. Clean up this area right here. My Low Pro that is 0 gap trimmer, I do adjust the blade. Shave this with the FX3. Let's go with the lever open now. The same shape right there, a finger's length on top. Making it kind of like U-shaped as well. And to blend this out, we're gonna start with it 3/4 to closed. So starting with it 3/4 right here, we're gonna almost go towards all the way to the top of the guideline. Midway, go midway point of the line. And I'm only using about probably like 25% of that blade right there. Close it, go a tiny bit lower. I'm gonna close it all the way and hit the beginning. Next, same thing, the lever 1 guard lever open. Now we can either go 3/4 to closed or closed to open. I'm gonna do it something different. We're gonna start closed and hit the beginning of the line right here. You can see I'm only using those 2 teeth right there. We are doing a low taper, so better to use a little bit and just work your way up. Midway now, hit the midway point of the line. Go all the way open. Keep working your way all the way towards the top. Once you guys hit that top, you guys can flare out a little bit, start kind of like feathering the top line. A lot of the times people will get confused in this step. We gotta remember that this is the 1 guard lever open towards the top. That's our guide right there. So I like maybe kind of splitting this line in half with the half guard. So only going midway point right here towards the top of the line. You guys have to use your eyes in this step. There's really no guideline. You know, it's just not going all the way to the top with the lever open. We're gonna keep working our way lower now. And the reason why I like using this clipper too is because it's really quiet and you can really hear it when it cuts. So if it stops cutting, then that means you guys have to go a tiny bit higher. If it's cutting too much, obviously go lower. Now my lever's all the way closed. Next, 2 guard lever open, a finger's length above, same thing. Next, to erase this final line right here with the 1.5 guard lever open to close. It's 3/4 open now. Kind of just using my eyes, guys. This is called more like lever play, where you guys are kind of just playing with the lever and seeing what happens to the hair. It's up to you to decide if either to close it or to open it. The more that you work towards the bottom of the guideline, you guys want to close it. The higher you guys go, you guys want to open the lever a little bit more. Now for the detailing part of this chop, I'm gonna grab my part trimmer. Remember we set like kind of like a little half moon right there. Be careful not to take it too high up. We're just gently getting rid of that. This is the detailing part of haircuts that most people skip. Well, with the shaver as well. We're gonna give them kind of like a burst taper. Remove the bulk. Now with my BabylissPro Pro, we're gonna flick out and get rid of all of that stubble. Right here we can go lever open, or we can go 1 guard lever open. I'm gonna just switch it up for you guys a little bit. Go 2 fingers with the 1 guard lever open right here and flick out. We did go 2 fingers, 1 guard lever open. We're gonna repeat the same thing, 3 guard lever open now. So another 2 fingers on top, and that's gonna be the base of our cut, or our backside taper. All right, so if you guys were paying attention to the side taper, we went guideline by guideline. I'm gonna start blending this little bulk area with the 2 guard lever open. Go a finger's length above. I'm kind of just gonna be feathering the hair right there. We're gonna go a finger's length right here again, open to close with the 1.5 guard. We're blending that top line out. Using our eyes, we're not necessarily have to follow every single little thing. Once that thing, you think that thing's blended, just move on to the next step. So right here is 3/4 open, midway, and all the way closed. Next, now that we've blended all of that and lined up the corners, we're gonna go with the lever open now. Gently just flare up. Now starting to work from the bottom up. So we went to the from the top down, now bottom up. 3/4 to close method now. We're gonna hit almost the top of the line. Midway, just working the center to the left area. Closing it a little bit. The quarter closed now. Now it's all the way closed, hitting the beginning of the line. Now working this other side now. Repeating the process, levers open. Now put 3/4. His hair does grow in this direction on this side. So I am going against the hair growth. Midway, hitting midway point of the line. No higher than that. 3/4 closed. Now all the way closed. Next step, the last guideline, 1 guard lever open. We can either go close to open and start working this area like this, but I'm just gonna play it safe. And I wanna know exactly where my guideline is gonna end up, and just slowly flare up, just gently flare up. Now let's close it. Basically doing the same thing we did on the other step, which is to soften the line and slowly work your way up. Just working a finger's length though. You guys don't want to take it crazy up. I'm gonna open it 3/4. 3/4 open. All the way open now. Go a finger's length above. I'm gonna close it again. Just work that. Now for the last step, we're gonna go open to close, same thing. This is the start of the line. So if you guys saw that, you guys can go close right here, or you guys can go open and go a finger's length above. I'm gonna play it safe and go a finger's length above the start of the line right here, and slowly work my way down. And I'm just gonna be working this center to back to the left side until it's blended how I want, and then I'm gonna move on to the next side. I'm gonna close it a little bit. Close it a little bit now, using my eyes, doing lever play. Next, since we already lined this up when we were cleaning it up, I kind of like getting a good perspective from the side taper to see how that's gonna look. He does have a little bit more excess hair around the ear, so don't be afraid. Push it down a little bit. And use the corner like a pencil. This is all hand-eye coordination. You guys will get used to it through time. Make sure you guys position your client up. You pull this side of the ear back on this side, and you use the other corner of the clipper or the trimmer.